Hello, my dear friends. Welcome back. I'm going to work on the virtual tag swap for August. This is a little activity that happens over in my Facebook group, Visual Vibes. So if you're interested in participating in future months, do hop along to the group and check us out. It's a virtual swap, so all we swapped are prompts. So no snail mail involved. We just swap prompts with each other after the pairings are made and make tags with those prompts. So there's a universal prompt, which I have assigned for the month being balloon or balloons, because, you know, it's my birthday month. And then I have two partners for this month. I have one prompt is sunshine yellow, and the second one is sparkles or sparkle. So I'm going to work on the sunshine yellow one first, and I've prepared bases ahead of time. So I've just cut a bit of book page and backed it with some sort of writing paper. Now for the sunshine yellow one, I have this little scrap of vintage wrapping paper which nod towards the sunshine yellow, I feel. So let's just put a layer of glue down. I hope you're all well, my friends. I hope you're having a fantastic week. The day that this video goes up will actually be my birthday. So I'm very, very excited. I've lined myself up for the week so that it's going to be a relatively relaxing day. So I will still be doing the food bank in the afternoon, which I'm looking forward to. But the morning I've pretty much got to myself. So I'll have all my videos recorded ahead, which is fantastic. And I can just kind of, I don't know, do whatever I like on my birthday morning. I have a few ideas on what I might like to do. One is make myself a cake. As you do. You know, I've been wanting to make a sponge cake for probably 6 weeks or so and just have not had the time or the energy. Some often when I thought I might make it will be when I'm coming home from doing the food bank and just literally dead on my feet, exhausted. In no way I was going to turn around and bake a cake. But I'm thinking, you know, the day of my birthday, I've lined everything up so that I've got no pressing matters until the afternoon. Maybe, just maybe, I might get to make my sponge cake. Now, I have not made a sponge cake since I was at school. It's been a very, very long time. But it's not that hard, is it? You know, you just kind of follow the instructions, shove it in the oven and hope for the best. What can go wrong? Well, plenty actually, but I'm sure it will be fine. I'm not a bad baker, I just don't do it very often. So yeah, that's my plan for my birthday morning, is to bake my own birthday cake. Isn't that fun? I think it's fun, and something that I've been wanting to do for weeks. What better time to do it than on my birthday? I think it's good. So we have yellow base, and I love horses. So I've got this cute little image of a horse here with flowers and a hat. Gorgeous. And this yellow balloon, they're both out of the same children's book. So something like that. I'm wondering about just a little bit of book page or something to lift the images up. So let's see what we can put there. I am under time constraints at the moment because I'm due to go out for the food bank. Not for the food bank, sorry, for something else. I have a few errands to run, and I need to be out in about 45 minutes, and I'm not ready. So this is going to be a short video, I hope. Otherwise I'm going to be late. I will be doing something for the food bank while I'm out doing a bit of shopping, but that was just kind of an added last minute thing. We're out of a few things and I've got to go out anyway, so I will do a bit of food bank shopping, which is all good. Good. anyway. I don't want to cover quite so much of the pretty paper in the background. We're going to cover a reasonable amount of it anyway, but I like that. I think I do want to edge this in Vintage Photo though. Again, it's just separating it from the background. I do have quite a bit more of this vintage wrapping paper, so I don't need to be too precious at this stage. I'm sure they'll reach a point where it's like, oh, I've just got a tiny wee fragment left and I'll be hoarding it when it gets to that. But it was a reasonable sized piece that I picked up from my favourite junk store, which is where I'll be going this weekend. I can't wait. I love going to Creative Junk, filling up a bag of goodies. It's one of my happy places. Fossicking for treasures of paper and fabric and envelopes and cardstock and old calendars or whatever grabs my fancy. One price, fill your bag, boom, happy days, very happy days. So looking forward to that. That's one of the activities hubby and I are going to do for the weekend when we're away out for the weekend. And we're also going to go to the Book Barn since we discovered it, because we both absolutely adore the Book Barn. It's like an Aladdin's cave of books in varying degrees of condition, varying topics, and there's just shelves and shelves and shelves that go on for, feels like miles. It's not, but it feels like it. And then boxes of unsorted books stacked everywhere, so you haven't got a lot of moving room. But we want to just spend quite a bit of time there and really dig in and fossick and see what we can come up with. And those that are in bad condition often are free, so you know, never turn down a free treasure book. One I picked up last time we went, which was all sadly mildewed, but if it hadn't been mildewed the way it was, I wouldn't have got it free. But I just went through a couple of days ago and removed all the parts that were good. And then today, one of my errands this afternoon is to run to the recycling, and I'll be getting rid of the rest of the book because it's unhealthy. You know, when it gets that black mildew in, it's not healthy, so it just needs to go out. And it's quite a large book, but I got a lot of, it's on the 1930s in New Zealand, so I got a lot of old ads out of it. And oh, awesome. It was produced in the 1990, but it's got a lot of reproductions of stuff from the 1930s, so it's fascinating. I learned some stuff too reading bits of it. Really fascinating. Like I read about one hospital in New Zealand back in the 1930s who used to take wedding rings off of females who died in hospital who had no relatives, and they'd sell them. Yeah, like, ooh, not great. Not great, New Zealand, but it was only a certain area that did that. And they were discovered and they were called to account for it, and systems put in place so that that didn't happen. Yeah, not all our histories are light and fluffy, are they? Sometimes you find some doozy information. I did not expect to read something like that happened in my fair country. It's like, that's not great, people. It's a bit, well, not a bit, it's a lot disrespectful. No, those people will not need them, that, you know, they've passed away, but to steal from them. And if family is ever found, then there's no way those people can reclaim the jewelry. Not that they probably want to from a body, but you know, it's just like, you just don't do that, people. Just don't. No, stop. Right, I'm just going to draw a line, I think, from the balloon. Where do I want to tie it? Maybe to the top of the tail. That'd be a bit fun, wouldn't it? just using a wee Sharpie pen. And it's going to be tied to the horse's tail. Looks happy enough, doesn't it? And maybe some words. If I can find something. I don't think I've got happy birthday or anything, but prompt is sunshine yellow, so a good laugh is like sunshine in nature. I also don't like the sea on the balloon. That's right, I was wanting to do something with the sea. If I put words over top, then you've just barely can see the top and bottom of the sea. So I think it looks like what I'll do. So bringing in the word sunshine to go with that prompt. And then this one is done once I get this on. So that's happy, and we've just got tag number 2 to do. So thank you to my 2 partners for your prompts. I hope that you enjoy what I've done with them. And a happy birthday to me. Yeah. As I get older, I think ahead of time, it's like, oh, it's just another birthday. Like, I don't really care. And I said to my mum last time I saw her, I says, you know, don't need to get me a present. You can just not get me anything. Don't give me money. I don't mind. But then the closer I get to my birthday, it's like, oh, I'm getting excited now. From not really caring, now it's close, and it's like, yeah, I still like my birthday, even though I'm getting long in the tooth, as they say, which for people, I think we actually get short in the tooth as we age. We wear our teeth down. We don't get long in the tooth. So it's an interesting expression, that. Cool. That is tag number 1 done. Sunshine yellow and balloon. So we've got both of those there. Next one, sparkle or sparkles. I can't actually remember whether it was sparkle or sparkles, but it doesn't matter either way. I need a base for this one, like a background, I should say. I have blue as my balloons. Wondering about going more neutral or graphic. Like we could go graphic on this side. And my balloons hopefully are dry. I've covered them in glitter glue. And they look mostly dry. There's the odd patch that isn't. So put it on that side, or what does it look on this side? I think I like it this side. It's less busy. Okay, so put some glue on this. So yes, I'm so super excited to see what treasures I can find at the various places we're going to go at the weekend. And then you know what that means. That means there will be a haul video coming up maybe next week, probably next week. And I'll get to go through everything and show you. And that's always fun too, because sometimes in the process of grabbing or finding, you don't have time to appreciate every single item. You know, you don't want to spend, especially creative junk. Like it's a small place, but it's jam-packed, and you're kind of working up and down the aisles, grabbing things. You don't always have enough time to think about what you've got or appreciate everything that you've actually picked up. Or I find that when I unpack, I always have things that I've forgotten I'd grabbed, or that are surprises because they're not what I thought they were, or they got mixed up with other stuff, so I didn't actually intend to grab them. They just kind of came along for the ride. So it's always fascinating to open up the bag and go through everything. And mostly it's great, and then every now and then you'll go, oh, I shouldn't have bothered grabbing that. Either it's not what you thought it was, or you were inspired at the time, but then now you're like, I don't know how I'm going to use that. I didn't think about it. I didn't think that it's a bit thick or a bit big or a bit dull, or, whatever. Okay, so that's our base, and I have 3 of these balloons, and they are my sparkle. Can you see the glitter? This is something I picked up recently, this glitter glue, and it's quite a thick clear glue with this big glitter in it, and then it's got tiny wee silver line glitter as well. I don't know if you can see those, and I actually quite like it. I set it on this paper on top of my fire to dry on a rack, so it wasn't directly on the fire top, and it actually dried a lot quicker, but the thicker parts are still just slightly tacky, but it worked fairly well. Okay, just give them as much time as we can to dry. So ink around this. What else would I like to put with the balloons? I haven't actually thought that far ahead. I did pretty well organising, but I didn't think what I was going to put with these balloons for the sparkle prompt. So what will we do? 3 balloons. Do we need any? I mean, we may not need anything. They're pretty sparkly and fun, aren't they? And I roughly drew balloons on the back of the cardstock. It's a light cardstock because on paper the wetness of this glue does warp it a little. So I thought I'll do them on cardstock, and then that will minimize that warp factor. I don't think I'm going to actually add much more. Can I quickly find a happy birthday stamp? Happy birthday to me. I know, it's all about me, isn't it? Oh, hang on. What about you were born to sparkle? I'm going to go with that. Yes, I am. That's like perfect for the prompt. And it was the first stamp I sort of thumbed through in my container of stamps, so it was meant to be. Okay, what am I going to stamp it on? Just need a scrap of something. Here's a little bit of leftover digital from one of my digitals. We could just take a little portion from the top there. Let's just rip a piece off. Stamp in black, I think. How perfect for the prompt. Really couldn't have arranged that any better. Right, a wee sip of my tea. I'm going well. I'm going well for time. Now, do I want to rip it or cut it? I think maybe cut. And I am going to use my guillotine. Try and cut straight. Of course, I don't know whether I stamped it straight, so I'm going to line up to the stamp rather than the edge of the paper. Super quiet, didn't I? It went super quiet. I'm on a mission. Okay. You were born to sparkle. Why, thank you. I'll take that. I haven't cut it evenly on each side, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. Okay, I feel like I want to mat it on something else, and I'm thinking, do I have something sparkly? I'm sure I do. Maybe like one of these lolly wrappers or something, or this is part of a little jewelry bag kind of packaging thing. I'm getting a bit much of a pile up in front of me, but is it a bit much? Oh, I don't care. I'm going with it. It's fun. It's fun. So I'll put a little bit in the rubbish, but I'll keep that bigger bit because that could do another labelly kind of thing. Right, double-sided tape for this, because I don't think glue's going to necessarily hold it. So double-sided tape will do the job nicely. Oh, my stomach's gurgling. I think it's the cup of tea going down. Don't know if you can hear it, but I do apologise if you can hear my tummy gurgle. Right. Come on. Give it up. Give it up. Here we go. This can be a pain sometimes, can't it? Getting the backing off of tape. Come on. Come on. Don't you know I'm on time constraint here? Right. Alright, the spec surface is kind of slightly fluffy, so I think glue will be fine on it. If it falls off, I'll come back in and use double-sided tape, but I think we should be good as long as I don't get that glue on the front. Sorry, I'm probably working a bit low down in the frame again. Oh, I did get glue on the front of that. I have to try and wipe it off once I've glued it down. So sparkle in 3 different ways. Why am I putting the lid on the glue? Because we haven't finished yet. Put our first balloon on. They're all slightly different shapes, different sizes, just random. And when I drew the shapes, I did not stick to the shape that I drew. I would like to think that I improved upon the shape because they weren't great shapes that I drew originally. They were a bit wonky. Right, I think the glitter glue is now pretty much dry. I'm treating it like it's fully dry. And balloon number 3. Oh, shush, tummy. You're full of the gurgles. Just going to turn it over and give that a press to try and get those balloons adhered without wiping any glitter off. It sticks pretty well, but you know, if you are rough with it, of course you're going to lift it off with a fingernail or something. Okay, so I want to also draw strings on this. Do I want the same pen? Maybe this one. I think this one might be finer. Yes, this one's finer. So I'm going to do a little loop around the neck there where the balloon's tied. And draw some lines. And then do I want out the bottom? No, I think I'll just end them so they end in behind our label there. I think that's it. So we've got sparkle. Can you see the sparkle? See all the shine and sparkle? And then of course you were born to sparkle. And then so that's sparkle and balloons, and this one is sunshine yellow and balloon and word sunshine in there as well. So in both of those, I think finding the words that went with the prompt was just a stroke of amazingness, really. Totally unplanned, unexpected. Because I don't remember what I have in my stash when I go to grab something. Usually it's just like, oh, that's right, I've got something. Wondering, do I want to draw around those, make them pop out a little bit more, sort of a bit more cartoony. Let's go back to the finer pen. I was almost done, wasn't I? Almost done. But wait, there's more. I think, which one's on top? That one's on top. Okay, and this one. Concentration. This one's more egg shaped. Now do I want to do around the little, probably, why stop now? And this one. Yeah, I just feel like it defines them, because this pale blue cardstock I felt was disappearing a little bit. Not too badly, but I'm happy that I outlined them. Okay, so that's the virtual tag swap for August from me. What do you think? Have a great day, my friends. Take care. Do something that makes you happy. And I will be back again tomorrow with another video. I shall see you then. Bye for now.